AT-6 aircraft from World War II, the very aircraft used to train every pilot in that great conflict. Welcome. At this time, please rise for the singing of our national anthem. Color Guard, attention.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, well, thanks everybody. Welcome San Dimas. How's everybody doing? I'm Doran Barnes, and I serve as the chair of the San Dimas 2026 committee, which is the committee that's been responsible for planning this phenomenal event. And I've got to say, I have never seen this park this full. It's good to see everybody here. We are in for the continuation of a day that we will remember for a long time to come. Our group came together over 4 years ago to plan this event, this milestone, America's Independence Day, and our city's 66th birthday, a conglomeration of events that all come together for the magic that you see here today. We have a variety of things that are happening simultaneously, and I hope you take advantage of all of them. Over in the community building, the Plummer Building, we have a student art contest, some phenomenal artwork from our students, and you'll hear more about that here in a few minutes. The beer garden is now open, so head over to the City Hall courtyard at some point and enjoy the beer garden. Of course, our weekly farmers market that usually happens on Wednesday is also happening today. So there's lots of good things to eat, to purchase, to take a look at over there. We also have our classic car display. Again, a nod to our Sheriff's Booster Car Show. Some phenomenal cars that are available to take a look at. Musical performances already by the 1st Division Marine Band, the Mountain Fife and Drum Corps, and later on by the Wrecking Crew, who are going to really entertain us as we keep going. We'll hear more about the program as we go forward, and of course, tonight's event will end with something that has never happened in our city before, an incredible drone show. We're all going to be looking to the south for the drone show that will celebrate and cap off this phenomenal night. This event would not have been possible without the incredible support of our city leaders and our city team, our city staff, who have made this entirely possible. And of course, we have the mayor of our city, who is a phenomenal leader, a dedicated servant, who has spent many, many years working to make San Dimas the phenomenal place that it is. Mayor Badar was elected in 2007 to the city council and has served as our mayor since 2020. And Mayor, thank you for your support, for the council support. Welcome.
Everybody in San Dimas was praying that we were going to have weather just like this tonight. And so thank you very much. We really appreciate it. I know that Doran was on his knees praying, saying, this is going to be great. And he is right. And I just wanted to take a moment to introduce my partners, because I don't do this job alone. So I'd like to introduce, you got Eric Weber, Rachel Batakos, Eric Nakano, and behind me, and I have to always be careful, is Ryan Vienna. And Ryan and his crew back and support me, and I appreciate that. I also can't do this job without the phenomenal city manager we have here, Brad McKinney. So just remember one thing. You can contact the council. The council is in turn going to turn and contact Brad. So start with Brad first, and then we will get some of the work done. I would like to just take a moment of silence. This last 3 or 4 days, the city of San Dimas has lost a couple of very phenomenal people, people who helped make this city. We lost Gary Enderly. Gary Enderly was responsible for a lot of things and a part of the structure. We have the Heroes Monument over at Commercial Freedom Park, okay? Because of all the hard work that he did along with his committee. And we want to thank him, but we need to remember Gary was part of this community and he'll always be remembered. And another person that we lost Eileen Kranzer. She's been here forever. And her husband used to be the city engineer here, and they lived here in the San Dimas. And I will directly say that the sidewalk that you're walking around this park was built because Eileen and other people said, we need a sidewalk, and we need a sidewalk. And they said that for about 5 years, and they were relentless. The sidewalk is there, so we want to thank Eileen Kranzer and her family. Okay? What a great event. I could not imagine what this was going to be like. But I got here at 8 o'clock this morning, started looking at people bringing chairs, dropping them off. People were excited, and they continue to keep coming. And you can see there has probably never been an event in the city of San Dimas in this park with the amount of people that are there. And I think we all deserve an applause, and thank you very much. Now, I'm going to have an opportunity to come back in a few minutes and really remember San Dimas. But right now, I'm going to give you back to Dorn Barnes and let him handle the introductions of certain dignitaries that are here. But don't go nowhere because there's more exciting things to happen. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor, and thank you, members of the council, for hosting us tonight and for making this event possible. And you know, when I look at the crowd out here, it's going to get more crowded as the night goes on. So to the extent that you can crowd in a little bit, make room for your neighbors, as more and more people come in, that would be really helpful. We want to make sure that everyone can enjoy the program tonight. We are very fortunate to have a phenomenal representative representing us in the United States House of Representatives. Gil Cisneros was elected to represent our area, and he's been a tremendous champion for San Dimas and for the entire San Gabriel Valley. His deep and enduring commitment to our country expands far beyond his time in Congress, having served as a naval officer and in various roles for our country. Representative Cisneros, we are so fortunate to have you join us here today, and I welcome you up to provide a few remarks.
Hey, I want to thank the city of San Dimas, the mayor, the city council, and all their staff for putting on this tremendous event today. My God, I can't believe how full this park is. You can barely see the grass that's out there. But it is a tremendous occasion why we're all out here today to celebrate the 200th anniversary of our nation's birth. It is an incredible experience. Look, our nation has had its up and downs, and when you kind of go back to the 250 years, it didn't start out with the greatest of things. We're actually our first government, our first constitution. They said it wasn't working. They had to come back together 10 years later to redo it, to kind of end up with the constitution that we are living with today. But that just is kind of an example of, again, like I said, our ups and downs of this country, right? And we're going through a lot today in this day and age. But look, we're going to get through it. There is no other place that I would rather live. And I had serving in the United States Navy. I sailed around the world. I've been around this country many places, very different places, and there's no other place that I would rather be, that I would rather live in the United States of America. And I've had the honor of living all around this country, in the four corners of it, in the Pacific Northwest, down in the South, up in New England, and you know, Washington, D.C., and right down here in Southern California. And there's no place I would rather be here in the United States than in Southern California and in this San Gabriel Valley. I mean, the weather, look at right now, it's like perfect. It's 109 degrees right now in Washington, D.C. It's torture right there. And right now it's just beautiful, perfect weather right here. But look, I want to take this opportunity to thank my fellow veterans for their commitment to our nation. Let's give them all a round of applause. If you're a veteran out there, give yourself a pat on the back. Stand up if you can, stand up. If you're a veteran, stand up out there. You deserve a round of applause. Thank you all for your service and your commitment to our nation. If we have any active duty service members out there, please stand up. You know, you, our active duty service members and their families right now deserve a pat on the back as well and a round of applause for their commitment and everything that they are going through. So let's give them that. Thank you. Thank you all for that. But remember this, there's no other place that I would rather be. There's no greater nation here in this country. And like I said, we have our ups and downs, but in the end, there is nothing better. And I'm glad to be an American, and I'm glad to be your representative in the United States Congress. And thank you all, and enjoy your 4th of July. Enjoy this great weekend. Let's cheer our World Cup team on Monday. Let's make sure they win. Let's let them hear it. You know, where they're playing up in, I think they're going to be up in Seattle Monday, but let's let them hear it down there, and let's win. And God bless America, and thank you all, and let's have a great 4th of July weekend. Thank you.
We also have phenomenal leadership at the state level. Our member of the assembly is John Harbedian, and John brings tremendous passion to what he does. And I think one of the coolest things about Assemblymember Harbedian is that he comes from a small town, from Sierra Madre. Not only did he serve on the city council there, but he grew up there. And so he understands the value and the promise and all the wonderful things that come from small towns. He brings that knowledge to the great work that he's doing in Sacramento, representing us and representing the San Gabriel Valley. Please welcome Assemblymember John Harbedian.
Done such an amazing job with this. I got elected to the assembly a year and a half ago, and the first thing I heard after I got elected was about this event. Literally, I've been planning to be here for the past year and a half. It's been 4 years in the planning, and as Doran said, if I wasn't here, I'd be in the beer garden in Sierra Madre. Every July 3rd, I'm in the beer garden in Sierra Madre. So the fact that I'm here shows you how much I love you, San Dimas, and it is my honor to represent you in the state assembly. Doran said it. San Dimas and Sierra Madre have a lot in common. Small towns, Americana, and we love this country. We love the red, white, and blue. We couldn't be prouder to be Americans, and I'll tell you, we live in the greatest country in the world, hands down. I don't care if you're Republican, a Democrat, or independent. We love this country, don't we? And it's a birthday for our country. 250 years went by very quickly. We got a lot more years ahead of us to get it right. But it's also a birthday for San Dimas. And I'm going to be here for every birthday after this for your city. But I like crowd participation, so I'm going to do something that I've never done before. I grew up here. I've lived my whole life in this district. And I'm an LA Kings fan. Any hockey fans out there? So if you grew up a Kings fan, whenever there was a big game back in the day when Gretzky and a lot of our legendary players were on it, they bring this guy in named Warren Wiebe. And instead of singing the national anthem, he would sing America the Beautiful. And every time he would sing it, we would win. The Kings would win. And I'll tell you, you all look beautiful. This is a beautiful country. We need a win tonight because you're all having some fun. So can we sing a cappella together, America the Beautiful? Can we do that? All together. I'm a terrible singer, so I'll start us. But I want to hear everyone singing together. So on 3, we're going to sing the first verse of America the Beautiful. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, beautiful, spacious skies, forever waves of grain, for purple mountains, majesty, above the fruited plains. America,
America, God shed His grace on thee, and crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea.
There you go, right there. Wow. And you can sing. There you go. The councilwoman, thank God someone can sing up here. That was amazing. So let me just say, congratulations, San Dimas. I have a certificate from the state just to say congratulations. Happy birthday. Happy 250, Mr. Mayor. And thank you all. Have a great night. Be safe. Thank you.
At the county level, Supervisor Catherine Barger represents us on the County Board of Supervisors. And Catherine Barger represents 2 million people, and her district covers 2.8 million square miles, if you can imagine. We are incredibly fortunate that Supervisor Barger has one of her offices right here in San Dimas. She chose San Dimas to be one of her homes for this huge area that she represents. Her office is just a couple blocks from here. And Senior Field Deputy Vicki Paul is the lead in this office, a tremendous community leader in herself, and Vicki is here tonight representing the supervisor. Vicki, welcome.
Good evening. Thank you, Doran. It is my pleasure to be here representing LA County Supervisor Catherine Barger. She loves this city. She loves local government control. She loves the council, the chamber. You guys are everything that Americana is all about. This celebration, as it was mentioned earlier, I have never seen this many people in this city. You guys come out and you're awesome. So thank you for being here. I hope you have a great time. The city and the chamber and the elected officials, they've done a lot to make everyone really enjoy this very special 250th anniversary of our wonderful country. So on behalf of the supervisor, I have a scroll celebrating the 250th birthday, I guess, anniversary of this country. And since the city of San Dimas is also celebrating their birthday, I have a scroll for your wonderful city representatives and your city staff. So I would like for them to come to the stage so I can give this to them. Thank you.
All right. Also representing us at the state level, Senator Susan Rubio's office. Senator Susan Rubio represents us in the California State Senate. Again, a tremendous leader, working hard for all of us here in the San Gabriel Valley, including here in San Dimas. And Anthony Moreno is here representing the senator. So Anthony, please come.
Thank you, Dorian. On behalf of Senator Rubio, we're really happy to be here today with the city of San Dimas, celebrating the 4th of July, which is also America's 250th birthday. We also know it's the city of San Dimas' 66th birthday. So thank you all for coming out. I just want to wish you all a happy and safe 4th of July. So thank you.
All right. Who likes a drone show? Pretty cool? Yeah, it's going to be amazing. It's going to be happening right in the sky above us. But one thing you may or may not know is that doing a drone show is not inexpensive. It takes a lot of resources to make that happen. And so we have reached out to the community and have had an incredible number of sponsors who have stepped up to provide the resources to make that drone show possible. And we are deeply, deeply, deeply grateful. This event would not be possible without our sponsors. I'd like to recognize our sponsors and start off with our platinum sponsors. These are the folks that stepped up at the highest level. First off, Mike Wallace with Better Home Financial. When we started this committee, Mike has also been a committee member, incredibly hardworking, but also wrote the first check, and a big one, to get us started. And literally the day that we finalized the sponsorship, well, we thought we'd finalize the sponsorship package, Mike stepped up and stepped in. And so Mike, please come up and thank you for your support. We appreciate you and Better Home Financial. Mike Wallace.
Thanks, Doran. Hi, everybody. I'm going to keep this short so we can get the party going. But yeah, San Dimas is my hometown. When I heard about this event, I was in right away. Wanted to make sure that I could give back to the community, put on a great 250th anniversary, the signing of Declaration of Independence, and just throw a great party for San Dimas. I'm lucky and privileged to be in a position with Better Home Financial, local mortgage broker, to give back. And so everybody enjoy. Let's have a great time, and yeah, let's have a great event.
All right, thanks, Mike. Thanks for getting us going. Mike also was the guy that put together the car display. He led that effort for us. So, Mike, thank you for all that you've done. All right, also stepping up to the plate in a big, big way. And, you know, if you've ever been to our farmer's market or if you've ever been driving around the community, and I said 6 foot Vicky, Yeah, you probably know who 6 Foot Vicky is because Vicky is a community champion. Vicky also stepped up as a platinum sponsor. Vicky's been a committee member. She not only provided resources, she's been here, she's helped make this happen. So let's give a big thanks to 6 Foot Vicky, Vicky Malisewski with Kaleo Real Estate. Vicky.
Good evening. My name is Vicky Maliszewski, also known as 6 Foot Vicky. I've been a member of this community and surrounding communities for over 30 years. I love supporting the local sports, the nonprofits, the chamber, the city. So I'd really like to thank the City of San Dimas for allowing us to have this event, the 2026 committee for all of their work, their 4 years of planning to put this together. I want to thank all of the volunteers because this doesn't happen just by itself. There's a ton of volunteers here. I want to thank the event sponsors. It's not just Mike and I. There's a ton of sponsors here. If you walk through here, there's a ton of them out here. So I just want to thank you all for being here. A community is built by neighbors helping neighbors. So I just want you all to know that I appreciate you. My booth is always at Farmers Market on Wednesdays, and I'm up here. I'm the one giving away the flags today. So everyone have a great night. Enjoy the drone show. God bless America.
All right, thanks, Vicky. And tonight during the show, make sure you look up in the sky. You're going to see the Better Home Financial logo and the 6 Foot Vicky logo right up in the sky. And Vicky, you keep training me. One of these days I'll get your name right. But that's why the 6 Foot thing works really well. So, also our gold sponsors. We want to send out a big thank you to Golden State Water for stepping up in a big, big way. Let's give them a round of applause. It's Golden State Water. Our Silver Patriot sponsors include Foothill Transit, Raging Waters, they've got a booth right over here, Los Angeles County Supervisor Kathleen Barger, and Waste Management. So let's give them a big hand. And then our bronze sponsors, the South Coast Air Quality Management District, who, by the way, love the idea of a drone show where there is no smoke, there is no air pollution, so we are being environmentally friendly while we're having a lot of fun here. Also, Southern California Gas and the Foothill Gold Line, so let's give them a big round of applause. Now, I mentioned a little bit earlier that we have a student art show. We had over 350 pieces of art that were submitted for the student art show. It's over in the Plummer Building. At some point before the night is out, make your way over there and take a look at this tremendous student art. It was a great effort, a great way for our students to participate in this phenomenal event. This event is something that was planned now that many of our children will be participating in, and our grandchildren will be planning, and our children and grandchildren will be planning the next event. Please join me in welcoming Bonita Unified School District Board Member and San Dimas 2026 Committee Member and Chair of the Art Contest Subcommittee, Jim Elliott, to come up and present some awards. Jim.
Thank you, Doran. Good evening. Tonight, as we celebrate America's 250th anniversary, here in San Dimas, student artwork takes center stage. These creative expressions, from elementary through high school, here in San Dimas, reflect not only their imagination and talent of these young people, but also the enduring spirit that continues to shape our community and our nation. America's founding principles, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, ignited a revolution that changed the course of history and gave birth to a country built on hope and possibility. Through their art, these students share their unique perspectives on what it means to them to be an American in 2026 and to cherish its freedoms and responsibilities while striving for a more perfect nation and community. Through their work, these student artists reveal their imagination and vision of the past, of today and of what lies ahead as they prepare to inherit the future of our nation. And they remind us that patriotism is not just honoring our shared history, but in continuing the work in shaping our tomorrow, guided by the ideals that inspired our nation's founding. I strongly urge you to visit the Student Art Gallery, where all 350 pieces of student art received for this contest are exhibited nearby in the Plummer Community Building, located at the eastern end of Civic Center Park, just north of City Hall. In the gallery, you'll see that every artist has been presented with a commemorative green ribbon, which is displayed alongside their artwork. In addition, each award recipient has received their respective yellow, red, or blue placement ribbon, which is also displayed next to their artwork. So now please join me in honoring these extraordinary Student Artist Award winners with the following recognition. As I call their name, award recipients who are present will join me on stage and receive certificates from San Dimas City Council, Congressman Gil Cisneros, State Senator Rubio, Assemblymember Harbedian, LA County Supervisor Barger, and a scholarship made possible through donations from our very generous sponsors. So let's get started. So for our award winners, you should be right here, right front. Come up, please come up these steps. First, from our elementary division, Yellow Award winner, second grader Christina Tan. Christina? Red Ribbon Award winner Angela Wong. Blue Ribbon Award winner Alexander Young, and I understand his grandparents are here. From our middle school division, sixth grader Isaiah Elridge. Red Ribbon Award winner Cecilia DiMalanta. Cecilia? And Blue Ribbon Award winner Albert Lacha. From our high school division, 11th grader Destiny Hort. Destiny? Red Ribbon Award winner Celsa Urizer. And finally, our Blue Ribbon Award winner, Genesis Martinez. Genesis?
All right, Jim, thank you, and congratulations to all of our winners. Again, all of the artwork is on display in the Plummer Building. That's just on the other side of the park here, so please, please, please go check that out. We're almost done with this part of our program, but we've got one or two more things to do here. And Mr. Mayor, you know, as we were talking about this event, you told me there was something that was really important that we do here, and it didn't have to do with United States independence, but something closer to home, something that we need to celebrate tonight. What was that?
I think everybody needs to remember that this is your 66th birthday. Everybody out here is 66. It don't matter if you're this big or this big. This is happy birthday, San Dimas. 66 years ago, people found in their life, it says, we want to be a city. And so we are. So that's what it is.
And Mr. Mayor, to celebrate, I know that you and the council have provided something special that's going to be happening during the intermission of the show tonight, right about 8 o'clock, again over in the Plummer Building. What did you do for us?
I think over there in the Plummer building, there are like 2,500 cupcakes. And so at the intermission, feel free to head that direction, get yourself a cupcake. A few of you, like me, will probably get 2 or 3 because I shouldn't have them. But that's okay. Today's our birthday, if we remember. I'd like to get my council members up here. And what we're going to do, I know that everybody's been sitting and listening to all the very important things to say, but you know the most important thing for us today is to sing happy birthday, San Dimas. So I'm going to ask Rachel if she would come up and lead us. Rachel, if you don't mind.
All right, is everybody ready? On the count of 3. I might need a bench. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear San Dimas. Happy birthday to you.
All right, so the city's birthday again, cupcakes at 8 o'clock. Make sure you go over and check that all out.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with a light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans, why with her